Good morning. Welcome to our view. Last week in nearby Newton County, the Newton High School folks sent home a teacher who had a family member who had come in contact with the Ebola disease, and that was the right thing to do, and we appreciate that. And they notified their students and their parents through whatever system they use. And we don't have a problem with that, but we do have a problem with the fact that it took us to, in Covington, with the Covington News, it took us till 11 o'clock that night to get some information to be able to post, because already people had picked up and started rumors on Facebook and in any other social media forms they use that were intended to scare people, to shake people up, and they weren't true. We would like to see in Rockdale County that the school officials come up with a protocol that, in fact, if there's ever a serious problem, that not only are the parents notified, but the whole community is notified. And that could be done through the newspaper, that could be done through any county means or whatever. It's important that the real message gets out on any crisis like this and not be picked up by folks who pick up bits and pieces of it, spew it out over Facebook, and change the whole problem and make it into more serious than what it really is at times. So we hope that the county officials, especially our school officials, will come up with a strong protocol on that. And it needs more than just being able to notify parents. When there's a crisis in the school system, the whole community needs to know, and they need to hear the truth direct from the horse's mouth. That's our thought on that one. And we have one more thought for this week. The election, when you wake up this morning, pretty much you're going to know who has been elected. And if what we've read and heard, then the Republicans should be in full control of the Senate and the House. And in Georgia, it should have been a tight race. We don't know. And we're going to know between Janice Van Ness and Doreen Williams who's going to be our border commissioner. And that's all well and good, but the problem that we have is there's been over $100 million pumped into this state to elect state officials, and we're not the only state. North Carolina's had over $100 million. That makes us sick at our stomach to have this type of money poured into our state to support our own elected officials, who are not going to be beholden to us. Number one, they're going to be beholden to whoever paid for their ads and spent all that money. So that's number one. The second thing, here we are cutting our military. We have no money to pay our teachers. We have no money to do things with our schools. But people can shell out $100 million to have their special interests met. I think it's disgusting, and we feel that we need strong campaign reform, and we need it now. And this just can't go on. I mean, it's absurd. Pretty soon, we can have people elected all we want, and we're not going to have anybody that's going to answer to us because we didn't pay their way to their election. Those are our thoughts, and if you would like to add yours, you're welcome. We'll be glad to tape you, put you on this page, and you have a good week, and we'll see you next week.